Oh, come on down. Hey, oh, come on down. Oh, come on down. Hey, oh, come on down. Oh, come on down. Hey, oh, come on down. Oh, come on down. Hey, oh, come on down. Oh, come on down. Hey, oh, come on down.
Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this vast endeavor. To be hot on hopes and delusions. To be hot on hopes and delusions. To be hot on hopes. Be hot on hopes. Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this.
Yo. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the broadcast. Bringing this background music down just a tad bit. Getting things ready. You're going to have to excuse me. Moving one place to another. Having to take the home office apart. It's a whole thing. Hopefully I'll be done in a couple of days. I think I'm gonna hire about 5 guys, maybe 6 on Saturday, and just start moving a whole bunch of stuff. We'll see. So hold on one second. The show's topic is going to be about all these fake HVACR appliance repair kitchen tech gurus that's out there. Unfortunately, we're kind of like inundated with these guys right now. They're gonna fizzle out. They always fizzle out. One thing you can be sure of is that they do go away. So please pardon me while I get all set up. Oh yeah, crystal clean appliances. Do I follow you on Instagram, Crystal Clean? Oh yeah. Sorry about this, just getting everything set up. I promise you I'm not going to be on for like a 4 or 5 hour stream. I promise I'm not going to be on for that. Not this time. I am exhausted. Woo! I am so exhausted. Untamed Kango, what's happening with you, man? All right, let me see here. Let me add in the other stuff. I'm not adding Instagram at the moment. There we go. Now, what you see on your screen, besides that, stop that one. I have a link for you all to come on up. You can come up, you can ask questions, the whole nine. Oh, you know what? Let me show you this, because this is really what I want to show you guys. Hold on. Studio. There we go. Back to the studio. No. I don't want to leave the damn site. Hold on. My bad. Back to the damn studio. YouTube is being difficult today. But that's all right. We're going to make it. There it is. And there we go. Now we got power. Now, what I want to show you guys on this, I guess it's my analytics. We're going to go to analytics. Audience. No. None of that. What I'm looking for here is age. There we go. Now, there we go. That's the ticket. Overwhelmingly, 95.9% is male. That's expected. Let me make sure I take myself off as I set my stuff up. There we go. Now, what does that mean? Let me explain that to you. This means that yes, I'm talking to 95% males, and that only 5% female. Even with that, it says 4.2, but even with that, most of the women that watch are married women, and they're watching on their channel, they're under their account and not the their husband's account. So that number varies. But what I really want you to look at, you see this number right there, 18 to 24. 18 to 24. That's at 0%. 18 to 24 is 0% have interest in this content.
Do you know something about them? Booby, I probably know a lot to them.
Now, let me show you the demographic that is the most important demographic. And the reason for me streaming and broadcasting the way that I do, the way that my message is the way that it is. 45 to 54 years of age is 32%. Look at that percentage of 65 and up. It's 25%, 25 plus. Now, you could be asking yourself, you're like, man, Mike, well, okay, that's interesting. Why are you showing me this? Well, I'm showing you this information. Yeah, no. Hey, Untamed Kango, let me cook. As the other guys say, let me cook. I'm about to tell you why, what, how, and where. You dig? I'm about to break it all down. And I'm actually setting up while we're doing all this. I'm actually setting up the my stuff here. All right. Now, I'm gonna take the what's the name off. 65 and up. 25%, 25 plus is 65 and up. What I hear. Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah. So, hey, look. What's going on is that my content is geared towards those who already have a career. They've already finished their career, or they've been downsized. They're tired of it. They don't want to do it anymore. They want some stability. They want, something for their something to employ their grandkids who can't get a damn job. It's like, all right, cool. I got grandkids out there. Started in the old days. Let me put myself back on camera. In the old days, we had farms. In the old days, and this is not even that old of an old days. I come from I come from a people who have always owned their own. Like my mother's side, they were military people, like Korea. My father's side, about 4 of my uncles were in Vietnam. 3 I know for sure. 1 I can't remember. He's passed on now. But I come from a lineage of people that have owned family businesses. And on my father's side, my grandfather, he owned his own business. He employed a lot of his cousins and a lot of his relatives. To the day he died, he passed away of cancer. And, his cousins that he put in charge of the business, he handed the business on over to. They handled his retirement. He wanted for nothing. Home was paid for, vehicles were paid for, never had a want on food, anything like that. Never asked my father for a dime, never needed to. He just rolled around like a big shot all the time. He had his old Ford truck. He had his switchblade in his razor blade in his back pocket. He always wore his uniform, even though it didn't work. He still wore his uniform, even though it didn't work. I looked in the mirror one day, and I said, "Holy shit! I got a straight razor in my back pocket. I'm always wearing my uniform, no matter what. Even when I'm not working." I said, "Oh my God, I'm turning into my grandfather." And my father does the same thing. Now let me tell you why I'm going through this whole story. This demographic that you see. I am talking to fucking adults. I'm talking to grown ass men that have had a business, sold it, men that have worked for companies their entire life, retired. I am talking to grown men and women. I am not talking to young guys. See, the youngest, he goes down to, what the hell is that? Hold on 1 second. 25 to 34, it's less than 10%. Now, to bring it on home, the reason why I'm telling you this is because you have these fake gurus out there that want to try and hold on, because these motherfuckers need to see my face as I tell them what the fuck the business is. These fake gurus, they want to play their little ukulele, guitar, and all this other bullshit, and talk about birds and bees and trees and chakras and shit, whatever the fuck they do. And somehow they're supposed to bring you into the appliance business. I do not need to tell a fucking 75-year-old man how to run a business. What that 75-year-old man, what that 65-year-old man wants to know from me. What kind of product, what kind of equipment is out there? How do they work on the equipment? How do they scale? I just had this question a few days ago. Is the business scalable? What kind of costs am I looking at with entry? Can I train others to do it? The whole nine. The answer to all that was yes, which is why corporate America is in this. Corporate America, yeah.
This shit.
The way things are right now, people want to pivot. They want stability. I don't need to tell a 50, 60, 70-year-old man how they should approach a customer. You understand? I don't need to tell a 70, look at this. I don't need to tell a 65-year-old plus man, oh, this is how you approach a customer. This is, oh, you should, oh, God. He's uneducated. Jesus Christ. Fake ass gurus out there. fake ass gurus. Just ridiculous, just clown world. The average person that's looking to get into this business is not an 18-year-old. You can't bring them into this trade kicking or screaming. I go online, I show people that, hey, you can make six figures with this with no college degree. No, you don't need a bachelor's, you don't need an associate's. Hell, some of them will take you without a GED, but most of them, they say, hey man, we at least want a GED, have a clear driving record, a clean driving record, pass a piss test. And the clean driving record is for the insurance company. The piss test is for the insurance company. It has nothing to do with the actual company that you would be working for. But you have these people that have no clue on what most of the world experiences on a daily basis. Most people have a relative living with it. You understand? Young Buck Refrigeration is on. Most people have, they have responsibility. And not only that, they're looking out for another relative that's been laid off. The 50, 60, 70-year-old has the ability to get a loan. They might have a couple of vehicles or two. They might, have the ability to lease, and they've already been through this. They know how this is done. They might actually already have a business, just like the gentleman that approached me a couple of days ago. He already has a business, and he's looking to start a second business. And this business is looking for, this industry is looking for people that are ready to come in, ready to go to work, that have manpower. For this guy that already has vans, he already has a labor force, and he wants to transition into commercial appliance repair, and I had to educate him on that. Hell, he might even be in here right now. In fact, let me drop this link again. Let me drop this link. Because these guys are too chicken shit. They're too pussy to come on here and talk to me. They won't defend their position, but they'll take little fucking shots. They'll take little bitch ass shots. I am he who shall not be named. I am he who shall not be named. But instead of being a man and going and saying what you really want to say, you take little pussy ass shots. Okay. First of all, I do not need to tell men and women who are adults, who have children and grandchildren, how to behave in public. They know how to behave in public. They retired from companies like AT&T. They retired from, so many, insurance and things like that. They are looking to employ their grandkids, employ their some of their friends, things like that, and have a little fun with the business while they're at it. They are looking to teach the next generation, and before they leave this earth, they are looking for something that they can pass on. In the insurance business, the writing is on the wall. We see all the AI. It's kind of hard to leave your Allstate business behind. It's kind of hard to leave your State Farm business behind to the next generation, knowing that that business is eroding day by day. Day by day, they're seeing less and less with that. They're seeing more being taken away by the corporation, and they don't have as much as insurance back in the day. You used to be able to sell somebody life, health, all this other bullshit. auto insurance, and now they made these rates so freaking high. It's ridiculous. A lot of other industries have been eroded for various other reasons. I mean, it's extremely difficult. It's actually financial craziness. I want to say another word. It's actually financial craziness to open up a grocery store. My father, he grew up in a grocery business. My father, if it were feasible to open up a grocery store, my father would do it in a heartbeat. But it is not. Look at Amazon pulling out. Look at Winn-Dixie closing. Look at all of these legacy companies, Food Line having trouble. All of these grocery stores. You know, Whole Foods had to sell to Amazon. It is not the same world that it was 30 years ago. Hell, it's not the same world. It is not the same world it was even after COVID. The world before COVID was much different. Everything opened back up, we thought that, you know, it was off to the races. We'd be, you know, a race to get back at it again. But it has only been chaos ever since. This business, the commercial appliance business, you can do commercial laundry. You can do equipment leasing, equipment sales, preventative maintenance. You can take care of chain customers. You can do hotels. You can do gas stations, convenience stores, hospitals. And a big one I talk about is the daycares and the assisted living. Stability. This business can provide stability. With that being said, you still have to be aware of your client's finances as best you can. A lot of times it's a little difficult because these places are private. But the ones that are not, I mean, even if they're private, you can see what their competitors are doing, how they're faring. If they're going out of business or going into receivership, you gotta do some due diligence with yours to see how everything is going. Are bills being paid and things like that? That is what I can help you with. I can help you with navigating the business once you getting past the hurdle of the training. Once you're getting past the hurdle of all this good stuff. There are hundreds of manufacturers that will train you to work on their equipment. They want you to, if they have an educated tech force out there, that's a sales point for them. They have an educated tech force out there. That means that is, you have happier clients, which means repeat business. It means that you're going to spend a whole lot less on parts as the manufacturer. You guys have to realize the manufacturer will actually order these things. They will stock these things because during the meeting times, they have to have parts available. These are all things that you're going to, when you come into the business, you have to learn this stuff regardless. There's no amount of burning sage and playing a fucking ukulele and you can do it speeches that is going to help you if you don't know how to work on that XLT oven. Right? Like Untamed Kango said, like an impinger. I tell you what equipment is out there, how you contact that manufacturer, how you can get training on it, if they are looking for technicians, all that good stuff. It is absolutely 1,000% necessary that you know what equipment is out there. Why the hell would you get training on a Middleby Marshall oven if the client you're going after doesn't use Middleby Marshall oven? The business that we're in, just like I had this, tell you guys about franchises. Which one is this? This was new one out of Korea. Well, it's not really new. Yeah, Paris Spaghetti. I show you these different customers, and then I link it together with the different manufacturers out there. Paris Spaghetti uses turbo air. So why the fuck would I tell you about Trolson if they don't have Trolson? If they're using Turbo Chef, then why would I tell you to work on Practica speed ovens or Amana Menu Master when the customer that you want to get that's going to be opening up in your area does not have any of those things? Think, McFly. I mean, I swear, some of these guys are just, the things I hear coming out of these idiots' mouths are just, it is infuriating. And it's like, and they wonder why the industry is short. You are the reason why this, and no one wants to come into this fucking industry because they have to work for you. They don't like you. They don't fucking like you. Most of these fucking guys, they don't like. You know, the guy will be out on YouTube. This another guy. He'll be out on fucking YouTube, and he's like, "Oh, I lost 4 technicians, and hey, if you guys are looking, I'm hiring technicians." Dude, you're an anal fucking dick. No one likes you. They don't want to be around you. You're fucking annoying to watch on YouTube, and it's. I can only imagine what it would be like to have to fucking deal with you day in and day out. Hey, bud, did you do this? Hey, bud. Oh my God, this fucking guy get out of my ear with this bud bullshit. Oh, Jesus Christ. You know, these. I have to break because, you know, yes, these guys have people that love them. I'm not taking that away from these people. They have people that speak very highly of them. If you're at a certain level, yeah, you can pick up information from these guys and run with it. But if you are just starting from zero, if you've just been introduced to this business this week, last week, if you never knew that this existed, you're like, oh, wait a minute, what you mean people are waiting weeks to get things fixed? What you mean? Some people can't even find someone to fix their stuff? They're gonna pay how many thousands of dollars to get that fixed? Wait, what? Whoa, wait a minute. How much do I need to get started? Like, very little. Like $100 tool set from Home Depot, Lowe's, Menards, Ace Hardware, Northern Tool, Harbor Freight. That'll get you started. Harbor Freight's got cheap meters. Lowe's got cheap meters. Home Depot's got cheap meters. Cheap-ish anyway. And away you go. You need a cell phone, tablet, jump in your vehicle. In some cities, hey, put that shit in a backpack. You guys in New York, right? You guys in Chicago on the north side, up your ass on the train and go to these fucking jobs, right? It's snowing. I had to walk the clients in Chicago. When I lived in Hyde Park, 53rd and Cornell, I used to walk over there by the University of Chicago, and I would do jobs all up and down in Hyde Park when the snow was high, because the cars couldn't get through. And people were like, oh man, you're still able to get to me. That's great. Yeah, because it was just easier for me to walk to get to stuff. Anyway, what you see on the screen, you don't need any special software. You just click the link with your phone, with the tablet. You don't have to be on the screen. You can come on up, you can ask me questions about the business. That is what I'm here for. None of these assholes, none of them. Hold on. Is there no one else? None of them will help you get started. Not one. Not one. You got the only people that are, the only people that are willing to help you. You got me, you got Kevin Tate, you learn a trade. You got Mike Sneed, but he's on the residential side. But he's got a background in, he's an electrician. So he can make his way through a lot of different pieces of commercial equipment. Outside of the trifecta, outside of the three of us, good luck. I see so many people in the comment section on these other weirdo channels. Oh, help me. Oh, where do I go to get this? Where do I go to get that training? And they just ignore your comment. They just ignore it. I'm reading it. I know the fuck they're reading it, but they just ignore your comment. But you guys are still there, like, oh, please help me. Oh, I want to get started. How do I get started? I can't, in 5 years, I can't begin to tell you anybody who has decided to help someone new get it started in this business. Not only do I tell you how to start your own, if that is something you'd like to do, but I also will show you, hey, look, if you want to work for somebody, here's the information on how to work for somebody. These are the type of benefits they're willing to give you. You're going to get training, blah, 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 the whole nine. Not one of these guys will do that. Well, most of them, there's only 2 guys on YouTube that can actually tell you because they actually own their own. The rest of them, they can't. The rest of the guys can't do it. That's understandable. The company would probably say, hey, come here. You're gonna get the axe for promoting the competitor. So with that being said, just the ignorance out there, man. Ignorance. These fucking guys are so full of themselves. I started pretty much like the rest of those guys. Oh, matter of fact, let me show you. Because some of you don't know. Oh, what we got here? Boom. All right, so this is my father and this is my sister. I took this picture, or they took that picture like last year. I'm gonna get that off. I come from a family business. They don't do the commercial. My father started commercial like about 25. Well, no. Yeah, about 30 years ago, he dabbled in commercial when it was straightforward. Before you had all the access codes and usernames and Wi-Fi connection and shit like that, the old man dealt with, basically it was a lot of connecting pipes. A commercial fridge was really simple. A deep fryer was really simple, and those days are pretty much gone. So I am in Houston, Texas. It's the fourth largest market, but as far as franchise growth, it is the city that is most desired over New York, over Miami, over LA, over Phoenix. It is the desired city to be in. So I get to experience all these new locations, all these new build outs. I'm trained and an ASA, authorized service agent, for a lot of these other no-name brands. Why? Because a lot of these new franchises that pop up, they're from out of the country. And they tend to be either loyal to products from their country, or they don't care about your Dalefields. They don't care about Charleston. They don't care about True. They don't care about Continental. That's not their concern. So they'll outfit a whole location with a brand called Blue Air, or they'll use Turbo Air. They'll use Arctic Air. They don't care. Let's see what we got here. So they can care less. So I have more exposure to these chains than any of the other guys that you watch on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, X. I show you the startups at like Chipotle, Starbucks, things like that, even though you guys don't care. I show you that kind of stuff. I show you new construction. Hold on, let me put this up there. I show you new construction. And, you know, I didn't even show you I show you mom and pops. What their equipment looks like, how long this stuff tends to last, all that good stuff. And to beat a dead horse, I do not need to tell a 35 to 44-year-old, a 45 to 54-year-old, a 65-plus-year-old adult that's already been this probably already had a couple careers, how to fucking talk to customers. I do not need to tell this 75-year-old, hold on one second. I don't need to tell a 75-year-old how they should manage their business. That is idiotic. What kind of person thinks that they need to educate? Oh, well, they didn't say my name, but who the fuck else is talking about? Oh, this guy, he only shows them training and appliances. He doesn't tell them how they should talk to a customer. If you are 44 years old and you do not know how to sell, whether it be your services or just introduce yourself to a potential client, let me help you out. There's no amount of mentorship that's going to right that ship. All right, these things are not for you. You just get a franchise in Janistar or something, or you can go with one of these. These dispatch companies, and that way you don't have to talk to the customer. You're talking to Janice. You're talking to Janice, and she's sending you out. She's sending you out a dispatch. And she says, "Nah." Janice says, "Hey, going over there. I'm gonna call a customer for you. You have a not to exceed an NTE of $750. Going out there, if it's over $750, call me. I'll get it approved, blah, blah, blah. When you get there, call me. I'll tell them that you're there. They're going to meet you and take you over to the piece of equipment. So even if you don't know how to talk to people, there is still a lane for you. There's still a lane for you. If you're a grumpy fucker, there's still a lane for you. Truth be told, I don't like talking to people. I don't like it. I don't. I'm a 50-year-old black man that bruh, I don't like it. I don't like the fucking chit chat. I mean, you guys see me do it on when I do live and stuff like that. That's me being nice. I don't have to. Most of the time, I'm joking around with them. But usually, I'm browbeating them, you know, and dogging them out a little bit in a nice way. HVACR. Key, what's up? He said, what's up to all of them? So, yes. If you want to be in this business, everyone is not going to end up with 15 techs out on the road. Not everybody's going to end up with McDonald's as a client, or, you know, all this kind of stuff. Truth be told, you can actually have a very nice business with 2 or 3 large chains. You know, if you wanted 1 or 2 guys. Like me, myself, with my skill level, I can handle a chain of up to about 25 to 30 locations. I can't manage more than that. And to be honest with you, it's kind of rough. It's kind of rough just doing PMs. It's kind of rough doing PMs if you got about 20, 25 locations and you're just doing PMs. A significant portion of your time is dedicated to just doing the quarterly PMs on those locations. It gives you floor, it gives you stability. If you're doing PMs like that, that is a perfect situation for you to then bring in someone that does not need a high skill level. You can bring in your nephew. You can bring in your wife's, your stepson. You can bring in your nephew, your cousin's kids, and you know, when I say kids, I mean they're going to be like in their 20s. They're going to be early 20s. You can bring them in, and you can teach them how to PM. They don't need a meter. They don't need much more than a screwdriver. You know, what they need is some dollar store brushes, some cleaning supplies, shop vac. You know, and you're on the low end, they're bringing you in about $750 per store. You know, on up to about $2,000 per store. You know, per quarter. It depends on how much equipment. You know, they might have 2 or 3 ice machines, and you're doing the cleaning on that, all that kind of stuff. HVACR Key says, all you need is a good contact. Do what everyone is scared to do, right? Oh, yes. And it's, you know, the thing is, right? It seems that people are scared to do it. That's not really the thing. The thing is that people are more profitable doing something else. If you're able to do you have a particular set of skills, right? And you can go in there and you can knock that thing out and still charge them the full rate, right? Give them a flat rate, but you're charging them you know, if you're able to go in there and go ahead, knock this thing out, you're charging them $2,000, let's just say. But you're only there for like 45 minutes and you charge them $2,000. You're able to do. Why would I want to go and do something else where I'm spending 4 hours to make that $2,000, right? That all these other people don't, you know. Everyone has their specialty. No two companies do the same thing. It seems like, you know, oh, everybody does it. No, hell no. Everybody's got a different set of mix. You know, like I said, some guys get tied up with the hospitals. These different clients have a different need. If you have a hospital call you, you gotta go. Excuse me, can't wait. Same thing with the kiddies. If you're dealing with a little school, private school, they don't have their own maintenance staff, and something goes down, they kind of need it right away. I mean, I feel bad when I go to some of these little private schools and the dishwasher's down, and I need to order the part. I'm like, there's nothing I can do. And little Consuela, she's over there looking at me all sad, and she's scrubbing the dishes. It's okay, I'll be okay. And I'm like, oh my God, I was here till 8 o'clock last night watching dishes. I'm like, oh God. You know, because the dishwasher's down, I got to order a motor. The motor isn't available locally. But she heard the damn thing humming and howling. She kept quiet. Until the damn thing went out. And then what happened? Then I had to, oh, you can't fix it right now? No, I can't fix that right now. I have to order that motor. So, like I said, so HVAC are key, you know. In my market, there are not that many technicians that service dishwashers. It's not that it's difficult. They're just the guys that were doing it retired. There's a company, I'll give you a hint. There's a company here that just recently changed the name of their service arm. They lost about 8 of their dishwasher technicians to another service company. They were like, so they left with one guy, one young guy, but he knows his shit. One young guy. He has to drive from Houston to San Antonio, Houston to Austin. One guy. So when before, that other company used to maybe take other work, now I get flooded with work. Why? The learning curve is so steep. These are relatively simple pieces of equipment, relatively simple, like 75% of the pieces of equipment that's out there are pretty simple and straightforward. I have quite a few people that watch me. I tell them to go ahead and dive on in. I tell them to dive on in.
I really don't know what you said at the end of that sentence.
So I tell them to go ahead and work on dishwashers. I said, if you get into it if you get stuck on something, give me a call. And guys will call me up with these fantastical make-believe issues. And I go, no, it's none of that, bro. It's none of that. Oh, no, it's none of that. You just do the basics. So it's not, they go, oh man, I thought it was this and that. I thought it was a board or computer. None of that, bro. None of that. Water, filters clogged. Some of them have a strainer, and there'll be particulates, plumbers, tape, pipe dope, rust, flakes of rust, and it'll block up the intake valve, fill valve, inlet water. No water, no washing. No washing, dirty dishes. And guys will be thinking it's something, oh man, the thing is broken. And no. Chill out, relax. So I go through all that to say, it's not what other people are afraid to do or not want to do. It's just that it takes them a little bit longer to figure it out. because they don't see it as often. I see this stuff on a daily basis, so I pick up what it is relatively quickly, and I go right at it. With that being said, that is my protection in this market. Somebody else were to come in, they would have at least 3 to 4 years before that technician or those technicians that are green, before they would even like make a dent, before they would even begin to start to catch up. If anything, they would just cause me to have more work. I'll give you an example of this. There's a company here in Houston, and they were also working on micro dishwashers. And bruh, the new guys that they hired, you know, it was taking them years. So Micro just decided to bring in their own technician. They brought in their own technician to take care of some of these calls. That's how rough it is out here. I got another manufacturer. This is on deep fryers. A very large nationwide company has such green technicians that they can't figure out regular fryers. You know, $750, $1,000 fryers, not a bank of fryers at Five Guys or Chick-fil-A or something like that, just a regular fryer. They had to just cancel that manufacturer just had to wipe that company off the books altogether. Say, hey, we're not doing any business anymore. This company brings in revenue with a B. And that is the issue that they're having. So, like I said, if you jump in today, what you need to know, for all you people jumping in, you need to know what equipment is out there, who's using the equipment, right? What should you focus on? What should you not? What are, like I said, what the equipment is, when are they doing training on it, if at all, who's supplying the parts for it? Should you be an ASA for the company? Should you not? These are things that you need to know. Not how should you approach a customer, how you should do customer service. That is not what the let's make this bigger. That is not what a 55-year-old needs to know about the commercial appliance business. That's not what a 45-year-old needs to know. A 45-year-old has at least been working since they've been 20. Most, let me put myself back on the big screen. Most people nowadays have worked some kind of telemarketing job, some kind of, like back in the day, remember Prince had Girl 6 and stuff like that? Like we had a lot of phone operator jobs back in the 90s. A lot. I mean, you used to, hi, would you like AT&T? Would you like Comcast? Would you like DirecTV? The hell was that other satellite? Anyway, so you had a lot of that. People sell cars. They used to sell ATVs. Hell, back in the 80s and 90s, guys used to get a job selling Honda scooters. Remember Belleville DeVoe driving the little scooters and stuff like that? Bruh, I don't need to teach a 45-year-old how to do sales. What that 45-year-old needs to learn is what is pertinent to the customer. So I tell you what the product is, how important it is, what the cost of the product is. Like there's a guy that called me up the other day, and he was asking about Spaceman. And I said, yeah, bro, just like you fuckers out there. What was it? Batch, not Taylor, but oh God, not Electro-Freeze. Emery Thompson. All these fucking guys are all whipped up in a tizzy about Emery fucking Thompson. And I kept trying to tell you guys, I said, look, man, a $20,000 piece of equipment, it doesn't break down like that. This stuff is rock solid. Spaceman is Chinese, but Spaceman is pretty rock solid. You don't have many issues with this equipment during like the first 5 years. Only time you have issues with this type of equipment is through customer abuse and the fact that the people using the equipment do not know how to put it back together. Those are your main things. And the guy called me the other day. He was like, "Yeah." I told him, I said, "Hey, man, no. Oh man, maybe the voltage or the power." I'm like, "What the hell? No, man. It's a brand new location, right? Yeah, it's been open for a year, bro. It's not. I guarantee you, it's not a 3-phase unit being used on single phase. I'm telling you, bro. They put the damn machine together wrong. Spaceman, Stolting, they do this shit all the time. Damn, the names escape me. They put the equipment together wrong, and then they blame the equipment. And they want you to hurry up and go running on over there. And they swear up and down that they're best person. Oh, Sally puts that machine together for us all the time. She's been on that machine for 3 years. And you going over there and say, "Hey, Sally, the last time you cleaned the machine?" I haven't cleaned the machine in a week. I was on vacation. So when did you just get back from vacation? I got back today. So you didn't touch it? No. But they told me Sally's the one, and Sally's been putting the machine together. And sure enough, you go ahead and you undo the machine, and damn thing there pops out at you because it's been put together so tight and wrong. Or the mix is bad. Chocolate gets all gummy on the mix. They don't alternate the barrel, the mix. They don't alternate the barrels, and they have all kind of issues and things like that. So you'll and see. I want you guys to take notice. Let me turn on this chat again. I want you guys to take notice. There's not one mention of, "Oh yeah, Mike. Oh, I've been killing it on not Electro-Freeze, on shit. I just said that damn name. I've been killing it on batch freezers. I mean, not batch freezers. Yeah, batch ice machines. And oh man, I've been killing it, man. 3-4 weeks, $2,000 a pop, man. I've been killing it. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? I don't see it. I don't see it. Until Kango says, "Ain't no staff member have no time cleaning no summer shit." Bruh. Yo. Yeah. You know how people say, how in this business that we're in, we don't eat ice, we don't like ice? Bruh. I do not want soft serve of any flavor. I don't want milkshakes. I take that back. I got some pictures for y'all too. Certain places. I'm gonna show you these pictures. Hold on one second. I'm gonna show you these pictures. Ooh, hold on. Let me see. Let me connect my phone. Yo, these guys and gals, they do not clean the machines. They don't even flush the machines out, bro. They don't even flush the damn machines out. Okay, we got HVAC Pat on. What the hell is this? Let me see if I can go into this dude's thing. I'm show you, I'm on here right now. Let me show you this real quick. Yo, I know you did not mess. Yo, you trolling right now, man. Untamed Kango says, too time consuming, and that's not my job. Yo, but more commonly, it is that they don't want to be blamed for the machine not working once they put it back together. Charlie Cheesesteak is like the worst offender. They will swear up and down that they got somebody that knows that pass mode system up and down, that knows that spaceman, that knows that HC Duke machine inside and out. And you go there, and the carburetor is jammed into the damn upper tray. They don't put O-rings on the dasher. So when you put this stainless steel dasher into the barrel, at the knuckle at the very end, there should be a O-ring there to keep the mix inside the barrel. That's the only thing. Just like an ice machine that makes nugget ice, there's a seal. There's a water barrier seal, and you have the same type of thing with a soft serve machine, ice cream, blah blah blah. It's going to be a seal in the back because the knuckle is going to go grab to the motor, and that's going to turn the dasher. Well, they don't put that in the well, I put everything back the way it was. I don't know what you're talking about. Why this stuff coming all out the machine? I poured it mixing at the top, and it just comes all out the bottom. It's broken. Yeah, and you guys are just making a killing out there working on these soft serve machines, working on the Emery Thompson, right? You're fucking millionaires now working on Emery Thompson. So what's the best ice machine manufacturer? The best ice machine manufacturer is the ice machine manufacturer that's willing to send you calls. If they are willing, hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second.
You want to experience true level? Do you?
The one that is willing to send you calls. I don't give a damn if it is cold draft. I don't give a damn if it's max ice. I don't care who it is. If that ice machine manufacturer is willing to feed you work, that is the best one. Unless you are actually selling and leasing ice machines, I don't understand what the point is. There are now somewhere in the market of this is going to sound crazy. Somewhere in the market of about 60 different brands of ice machine. Atosa has an ice machine. I don't know why Atosa doesn't market their ice machine for other people, but like there are Max Ice. Matter of fact, Max Ice does with ice machines what Atosa does with refrigeration. Max Ice makes machines for about 10 different other people. Serve well, serve right, serve well, whatever the hell. They were Isomatic distributor. They got kicked off. They now have their own brand of ice machine. Guess what? It's a Max Ice. How do I find out about that shit? Max Ice is a hey, call this guy. He knows how to work on our machines. So they call, hey, we got a call out here. Think you can handle it for us? Well, yeah, sure. Who the fuck are you? They say, oh, we're so and so. Like, never heard of it. And I go out there and it's a freaking Max Ice machine. It's freaking Max Ice. So The best ice machine manufacturer is the one that's sending you calls. The best ice machine manufacturer is the one that your customer is using. If all your customers are using Follett ice machines, what difference does it make if you're trained on Marvell? I mean, if you're trained on Manitowoc, what difference does it make if you're trained on Scotsman? What difference does it make if you're trained on Hoshizaki? If your customers Chick-fil-A, then you're going to be working on Follett. If it's an older Chick-fil-A, you might be working on a Manitowoc. I mean, my bad, scratch that. You might be working on a Hoshizaki nugget machine. So the best ice machine manufacturer is the one that you're going to be around. So what's the point in spending all this time learning Scotsman if none of your clients have Scotsman? What's the point in learning Manitowoc if none of your clients have Manitowoc? If you are, like I said along the last broadcast, if you're going to be working in a firehouse sub, they're supposed to have a Hoshizaki. Now it's a free for all, but that's when you go and scout out and you say, hey, mind if we take a look at the equipment, and then you can go from there. You say, okay, you got Hoshizaki, all right, cool. You got AJN Tunes, you got True Refrigeration, you got Holman contact bunt or conveyor bunt toasters, cool. So that is the most important thing, and that is what this broadcast is all about. That's what this channel is all about. It's not about fucking playing and talking about sunbeams, moonbeams, chakras and shit. And it's not about, well, bud, it's about the, no, none of that bullshit. All right, so Untamed Kango says they totally don't know that over time, the lubricant, over time, the lubricant wears out, yes, and leaks the product onto the drive motors. Well, yes, the lubricant will wear out. And Untamed Kango, don't forget, each manufacturer has a lubricant that they recommend. And now, across the board, all of these manufacturers, save one, and I think that's Spaceman. All of the manufacturers except for Spaceman say don't use Haynes. And you used to be able to go to Freight and get the Haynes food grade lubricant. So now they want you to use the Sterashine stuff. And everybody has their own, and they ship it out with the equipment. Like when I was dealing with Salad and Go, I actually set them up a kit. I had all the little packets and everything like that. And I had them set up in the Harbor Freight little black and yellow toolkit, little briefcase toolkit with a clear top, so they could see the Sterashine sanitizer, the lubricant, and everything. So you're supposed to lubricate every single O-ring. You're supposed to lubricate around the door and all this other stuff, and where the posts go. So it's lubricate everything. So the lubricate, damn near everything. Because Untamed Kango, some of the manufacturers have found out that if you lubricate that O-ring that goes in the back, where the beater bar, the dasher, the mixer, where that goes into the back, you're not supposed to lubricate that O-ring. What it will end up doing is it ends up wearing out that the bearing in the back. It'll wear that stainless steel right on out, and you will end up with leaks anyway. Then they say that Haynes, they all are against Haynes except for Spaceman. Everybody else is against Haynes. The Italians have their own. That tube is black and yellow. Hey, I don't have any with me right now. The Italians have theirs. Everybody else is real big on Sterashine. And I think Spaceman is the only one that says Haynes is okay. Untamed Kango also says them 500-pound ice machines go up 90 to 140 gallons of water a day. Yes, yes, they do. Ding, ding, ding. Your comment about the chocolate soft serve machines having product stability issues. Seen a few instances and verify issues from the staff. Yes. Yeah, because I asked, hey, when the last time you guys switched barrels? Because you'll go and you'll see if it uses a belt to turn the dasher. You look and you'll see rubber shavings down there, and you won't see it on the other side. And you'll be like, so this barrel over here is the one you had chocolate in. Oh, how'd you know that? Lucky guess. Lucky fucking guess. So, when the last time you guys changed the chocolate? Well, chocolate has been real slow moving, and we haven't changed that in a week. Bro, you know you're supposed to change the chocolate out every 3 days, right? Yeah, but we haven't sold it. So, no, what ends up happening is you're supposed to have a certain level of overrun. That YouTube has just been flooding me with overrun on soft serve machines. And bro, yeah, you're supposed to have a certain level of overrun. The longer a mix has been agitated, the lower your overrun. The longer a mix has been agitated, especially chocolate, the more it gets gummy. And your viscosity level is all off, and it ends up working harder, and you end up burning out stuff. You get the machine will start tripping breakers if it doesn't have one on the motor itself. Like Spaceman has one on the motor itself in the back, that green button. Oh, it's just fun. But I still have yet to see that you guys are singing the praises on all of these damn batch ice cream machines from. Damn, the guy retired too. The guy with the one eye and the fucking dog. He was a dick. Oh man, he retired. He's still alive, but he was a dick. His friend that has the ice cream shop, he's still around though. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me share this. Yo, this is HVAC Pat on, I think it's Twitter or something like that. When you get a chance, check him out. I'm inviting him on the show. He's a Safesa member and he works for Whaley. But he's welcome. He is fighting a good fight, trying to tell people, about the industry and whatnot. Sorry about that. I had to step away. Real quick. All right. Anyway, so let me see if I can find one of his stuff. So this is the one he got pinned to the top.
Go to your local technical college, sign up for HVAC, either ventilation, air conditioning, refrigeration, graduate. That way you have the educational side, have the book knowledge of HVAC. And then you go join a company, whatever company, whether it's commercial refrigeration, industrial, or residential. Go join a company, get the field experience. Put both the educational from school and the field experience together, and that will make you a better technician. That way you allow yourself to be an asset to yourself.
I was just showing y'all, this is how we get our jobs. This is how we get our
Oh yeah, I forgot about the music. Oh, let me get rid of it. All right, I'll end up with a warning over that. Shoot, I want to show you guys photographs. That's what I want to do. Continental's going up. You know, I had a this was one of the ice cream machines, one of the I probably cut the damn thing open. This was in the wall. I had a leak in the wall. And the only way you can get to that damn leak is to cut the side. Cut it out and redress it. But when you cut through the sides, I mean, it's super thin. It's super thin. And I just so happened to find the damn leak. Hold on one second. Let me go on in here. This morning I dropped my daughter off at school, and yeah, Icy was there to do the FBD machine. So yeah, was that yesterday? I thought that was this morning. So there's a brother is he going into Burger King to do that FBD machine. Oh, who was this? What was this? Oh yeah, it was still him. What place was this? Oh, this was Pizza Hut. I went and got pizza yesterday. They had a slightly different setup. Slightly different setup than everybody else. Oh, I ran into Canteen. I do jobs for Canteen. Bun. I teach you guys about Bun. Oh yeah, shame on me for teaching you guys about these different brands because, you know, you're just supposed to know just through osmosis what brands are out there and who uses them. So this is a brother that was out there, and I didn't realize he was in a Canteen. Every now and then I do. Every now and then I do my corporate clients, and so this is one I was trying to get a better picture of the Miele. So they got Miele refrigeration, Miele dishwashers, and everything else like that. So they got two of the Hoshizaki AM50s. So I go and I bang that out over there. So they got one here. The other one's got a really nice view. So it's a corner lobby area thing, and it's really nice. Oh yeah, there's my damn Starlink. I'm waiting on the guy to come and install it. That's what I'm talking to you guys on right now. Oh, I want to talk about these two. This is some these guys are talking about different restaurants, different chains and whatnot. And I want to give you my take on it. Really good stuff. I don't know if I talked to you guys about this before, but Chicken Salad Chick. 6 new locations in Nevada, and then they have, I think I might have talked about this. QSR magazine is my source. Le Madeleine, they use the Maivais ovens. Oh yeah, the other Chicken Salad Chicks. Damn, where'd they go? Oh, and it's Shipley Donuts going into Vegas. So you guys that are still hanging in there in the Vegas market, you're gonna get Shipley's Donuts. I don't know how many you guys are gonna get, but we can get into that kind of stuff. But that's what I do on this channel. I talk about who has what equipment and then who's using it, because the best ice machine manufacturer, you know, that starts fights. If you talk to a guy who is taking care of Hoshizaki ice machines that were purchased 6 years ago, that guy is going to swear. That guy is going to cut you. That guy is going to cut you if you say anything bad about Hoshizaki ice machines. If you talk to someone who has ice machines that were made during the pandemic, And like a year or two after the pandemic, if you said Hoshizaki was the best ice machine out there, they wouldn't piss on you if you were on fire. That would be a swear word to them if you told them that Hoshizaki was the best ice machine out there. So all that stuff is going to vary greatly on who you talk to. But in case you don't know, Hoshizaki changed the method of their friction bonding. They changed their method of how they bond the copper tubing on the cams to the stainless steel plates. In some instances, couldn't give you the number, couldn't give you the rate. In some instances, the plates separate. When that happens, you have to give them a new evaporator plate. And notice I say you have to give them, because usually that's going to be usually it's under warranty when this happens. Which means you're going to have to pony up and buy your customer a new evaporator on your account, and you're going to have to wait on Hoshizaki to credit you back, whenever that may be. And now this is someone that is an ASA for Hoshizaki directly. I do not go through my distributor, even though my distributor is going to be Hoshizaki like any day now. I don't know the exact date when the transition is going to take place, but it's going to happen. It is currently underway. Sprouts. I have a Sprouts. Ooh, I used to. Oh damn! I used to have a Sprouts 15 minutes from my house. I just moved. So now I'm not near a Sprouts, and I'm not near a Trader Joe's either. Sprouts is going to open up 40 plus stores in 2026. Now, where the hell they're going to open them, I do not know. Who is this? Is this QSR magazine that gave me this? Who the hell was this? Chain store age. Chain store age? Chainstorage.com. That is my source for this. Let me see what the hell they got going on. And once again, how the hell do I cancel this damn thing? Let me cancel this. Would you guys like for me to get into some? Oh yeah, I'm in Texas. And yes, it was 70-something degrees today. Yeah, you will. There are Black and Hispanic cowboy groups, well, horse riding groups, because cowboy is a derogatory term. That's why they use terms like ranch hands, cow hand, cattlemen, stuff like that. But this was the Hispanic group. It was funny because the one Hispanic group is on one street, and you go traffic light down, and the Black horse riding groups are on that side. That's the wife. In case you want to know what the wife looks like, that's the wife. Oh, that's the daughter. That's also the daughter. That's the daughter as well. All right, let me get off of this thing. Oh shit, you don't want to see those? I do good with them bad ones of my wife. She hates the bad ones. All right, so let me close that. Let me remove that. And let me add in a new screen. So, what would you guys like for me to get into today for you all? And just to humor me, put your age in the chat. Put your age in the chat, because I am talking to, you young whippersnappers and everything. So if you wouldn't mind, go ahead and put in the chat your age, or if you're the wife, put in your husband's age. Put your age in the chat. Let's see how close this thing is to being real. And that's another thing. A lot of people watch me on freaking replays. A lot of people watch me as they do something else. That's a very common thing. And they perk up when they hear something. That sounds like money, and then they perk up, and then they want to ask me a damn question, or they wait till the show is over and then they ask me a question. So once again, I don't have the teens. My daughter's 14. Not even my daughter checks in on dear old dad. Not even my daughter. My niece is in the 18 to 24 year age range. My niece isn't even in here. Now, she's on Instagram. Of course, this is YouTube, so they're not on YouTube like that. I can broadcast on YouTube like I have that. Like I said, the 25 to 34, I'm pretty sure this number is more leaning towards the 34 than the 25. Brother Charles has got, his sons are between like 20 and 26. He's got 3 of them, my 3 sons. And yeah. So he's only got one. He's only got one that does the ice machine business. 35 to 44. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, young and old, of course, ain't no young one here. Why in the hell would I focus my efforts on, you know how you should talk to the customer, and this is the best way to approach the customer? No. You all are you're probably more experienced in running a business than I am, which is why I do not teach you how to run your business. There are people that you hire to do that. What I tell you is who makes the equipment, when they do the training, if at all, where you have to go, who you need to contact. Because if you don't even know, like this question, what's the best ice machine manufacturer? That tells you everything you need to know. So if people are asking questions like this, they really do need to know. They really need to know, hey, this is how you service them. This is how often you do the PMs on them. These are the issues you encounter when you do the PMs. These are the issues you encounter when you delay a PM. Right? Now, another thing you guys and girls are not aware of is that every single brand that you are signed up to provide service for, guess what? You also have an account so that you can sell those items. In this business, we sell equipment. Leasing is another story. You actually have to go through, and most times you have to go through a different party. If your distributor is Baker, Baker will assist you in leasing ice machines. Fun fact, Baker will assist you in leasing FBD. Baker will assist you in leasing Bun. Baker is who I buy Bun from. And I was completely ignorant of that fact up until recently. How many people in here are, let me do another one. have Baker in their market. What is this? I don't know. I'd say it's 22 degrees in Los Angeles. That's crazy. I show you guys Baker all the time. But Baker, I was completely unaware that I buy Bun. They showed me the line card, and I was like, what? I was under the impression that they were just like HVAC stuff. There it is. So not only do you, how the hell do I go through this thing? All product lines. Oh, maybe it's on the food service. That's what it is, on the food service. Let's see here. So here's your ice machines. Baker's a Manitowoc shop. For a brief moment in time, they had a second line of ice machines that did not last long. And what the hell? Where's the coffee machines? Oh, line sets. Where's the coffee? Manitowoc Park. This is crazy. They gave me a line item card, and it had all kind of coffee on here. And now I can't even freaking find it. Anyhow, well, since I'm on here anyway, let me go to Baker. Baker events. So over here, to reiterate, we don't do any of that chakra, moonbeam bullshit. Here it is, these are manufacturers. This is who you contact. These are people who use this item. That is what we do over here. Why? Because we have a more mature audience. I am not talking to the kiddies over here. I am talking to seasoned, several careers. People have probably had about 2-3 different careers by the time they're 70. So yes, you know how to run a damn business. You don't need me to teach you how to run a damn business. You're going to be perfectly fine. You're going to figure that part out. Manitowoc, South Carolina, Conway, March 10th. We are almost in March. March 10th. Tulsa, also March 10th. NBC Suites. Ooh, the one in South Carolina is going to be at the Technical College. Let me check that one out. Interesting. That might be on $75 fee. Nice to know that Houston isn't the only one with a high-ass fee. It's nice to know. Now, one thing I will tell you. I will tell you what's important when you attend the training class. If you're attending the training class for the first time, there's a certain decorum. Save your questions for the breaks. Go early. You can go early. You can talk to the instructor. You can stay later and talk to the instructor. If you go early, you might want to ask them, hey, can we talk about this stuff now? Or do you have more time later? Or do you have to leave right after this? And then they will explain to you. Oh, night first class services. 95, 96, all the Bulls, Chicago. That is where I'm from. So there's a certain level of decorum. Everyone else there at the training class has been to countless numbers of classes. They don't even want to be there. They want the class to be over with as soon as possible. Take plenty of notes while you're there. Any questions that you have, walk on up to the front during the breaks Yeah, season. Yeah. Walk on up to during the break and you rattle off your questions. Hey, you mentioned this, you mentioned that. And you go into that a little bit further during the break. Because the guy's just the only reason why the instructor's taking a break, it isn't for the instructor, it's for everybody else so that they don't fall asleep. It's for everybody else so they can have a bathroom break. But that instructor, that is what they do. They'll rattle on the entire time. So the break is only for the people in class. I have yet to see any instructor, Hoshizaki, Isomatic, Scotsman, Manitowoc, even take a bathroom break. In all the years, maybe one, like when they had the super long classes, they might hit the bathroom during lunch or something like that. But other than that, they don't even go to the bathroom. So during the breaks, you go ahead and hit them up. When the class is over, you can go ahead and hit them up. You can take your tools, the tools that they give you. It's like, True will give you a tool. Screwdriver, of course, I don't have the insert in it. But they will, they'll let you take the units apart, do whatever you have to do. If you've never worked on one, even for cleaning, hey, say, hey, look, let me go ahead and try to take this trough out on this Manitowoc. Let me see if I can take it out, put it back together. They'll be like, yeah, sure, go ahead. And you could, if you have any issues, they will help you out with that. And like I said, they see if they have any time for you afterward, and make sure that they get you set up. Make sure you're set up with that distributor and everything else like that, so that you can order parts, so you get paid for any work that you're doing for your clients. Manitowoc, they're not going to send you calls. I mean, the distributor might send you calls. Manitowoc is not going to send you calls. Matter of fact, I'll pull that up in a second. North Charleston, South Carolina. That's also March 10th. How many trainers they got? That's also okay. So that guy's running like hell. That's 4 to 9. So this is going to be the same trainer. This is going to be the same trainer from 4 to 9. So the other class is during the morning to the afternoon, and then he's going to drive from one city to the other and do that class in the evening, which honestly most guys prefer, really. Here's another one that's 8 a.m. That is Oklahoma. So that is, that's the 11th. So that's going to be the same trainer. He's going to go from Tulsa to Oklahoma. Damn, that's all day. What the hell is that all about? That's pretty long. Oh, that's pretty long. Whoa, I'm just noticing that these are pretty long. 8 to 4. Yo, 8 to 4. So you've got plenty of time to take your notes, have your questions, ask during the breaks. See if I can get. Oh, okay. So it is definitely time for me to put out another ticker tape about the training classes. So Manitowoc, Georgia, March 12th. Air Force Museum. Oh, that's a nice setting. Oh, they're being really creative over there, real snazzy. Allied Services over there, Ardmore, Oklahoma. Yeah, it is definitely time for me to put out. Hold on one second. Look, my bad. Oh, you know what? Let me ask this. Hey, Ryan, what brands of ice machines are you familiar with? Put it in the chat, the different names of ice machines that you're familiar with, so I can fill in some of the blank spaces that you might have. And thanks for commenting, by the way. That really helps the channel. All right, let's see here what else we got here. Oh, Knoxville, Tennessee. So that's already March 17th. You can get the list of events directly from the Manitowoc site. It is on an Excel sheet. Uh-oh. My bad. Hold on 1 second. Why the hell is it doing this? My bad. I'm gonna have to pull this up. StreamYard is doing some weird stuff. It's not letting me see. It's not letting me see the link like I normally would. So anyway, you can get the entire list for the whole year. Well, it's actually gonna be half the year. From Manitowoc, you can download it and look through that. They also on the Manitowoc website. On the Manitowoc website, they're also going to have the in-house training class in Manitowoc, Wisconsin. I don't know when or if they're ever going to move it to, well, I don't know what they're going to do. Really? All right, let me go to service. Let me go to training. If this thing will stop jumping around. So right here, level, the factory. You go to factory training schools. And here's the date. And here are the dates. Oh, a lot of stuff is full. A lot of stuff is full. Oh, it's interesting that they call it summer school. I hope you're doing it. I hope you're yeah, I think he's a newbie. That is what I specialize in. People that are new to commercial. So that's why I want to spend a little more time to see if he what brands he's familiar with. Okay, Scotsman, Manitowoc, Oshizaki, Cold Draft, Max Ice, Atosa, Follett. Oh man, the Istro. Yeah, the Isomatic. Let me show you. Hold on. Oh damn, I gotta go back. Shit, I gotta go back. So I just put in an Istro. It was Charles' customer. Hold on, I'm pulling this up. Yo, I'm glad you mentioned that Istro last. And why is this thing doing this? Oh, where's my Istro? All right. Let me drop that. Let me add that. Let me stop that. Add that. Window. And my phone. Brother Charles was so freaking nervous about Istro. In my market, Istro is being leased out by other service companies. They had so many challenges. Yeah, I'll say they had so many challenges with the traditional suspects. So they decided to branch out and give Istro a go. And like I told Brother Charles, I said, yeah, man, hey, Istro has been solid. I haven't seen any issues. I have a few clients that have Istro units in them. And none of them have been water and ice dispensers. So this was a water and ice dispenser that I put in. Oh, Ron said you've been to the Manitowoc. Well, they don't have a. Okay, so you've been to Manitowoc training, you've been to isomatic training, and you've been to that. So there's a difference between factory training and just the regional. The factory training, they actually have hands-on and they rig the machines. The Manitowoc, it's in that picture that was just up on the screen. They have the machines rigged up, and you have to figure out the failure. This is the first time Hoshizaki's done in-house training since like a year or two before the pandemic. You know what? I'm glad you like Isomatic. The trainer that you had, he actually lives in my market. The Hispanic guy, I believe his name is Mike as well. So if you had that trainer, yeah, he's in my market. But yeah, this is I had a little bit of a challenge with it. Because this is a relatively newer machine, what this Istro unit does is it has a touch button for water. It has a touch button in the center for ice, and it has a touch button off to the right for ice and water dispensing. Oh, that's what these pictures are. No, that's the other place. No, I took some pictures of that. Yeah, this is the difficulty I had with the drain when I went. So I had to see. I had to work with what was there. They had that drain running behind, all kind of stuff. I made a mistake. I didn't read the instructions, and I hooked up the machine wrong. I hooked up the water to the drain line, the dump for the dump valve. I hooked up the inlet water for the dump valve. So I turned on the water. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Because the stuff they supplied, I didn't read the instructions. I was like, okay. Well, you know what? It's interesting, Ryan, that you would say that Scotsman has the best nugget. Because the funny thing is, I don't think Scotsman makes the nugget. I think Isomatic makes the nugget for Scotsman. I believe Isomatic makes the nugget for Scotsman. Scotsman makes a cuber, but I believe that nugget inflator is Isomatic. You guys can comment and correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, that's the water. The water inlet did not match up with the other one. Yeah, Charles was freaking out. And because it has two drains, one for the trough and then the other for when it goes through a dump cycle, yeah, I had to get creative with what the hell they had going on. And I was trying to show Charles and say, hey, man, I'm on my way up there. And, bro, there's something going on the freaking highway. Right. Isomatic makes the gearbox, the evaporator, the auger, electronics. Electronics are all, yes, you're right. The electronics are all Scotsman, yes. But the other stuff is all Isomatic. Yeah, Jacob, no, Ryan is right. It is, if you ever, when you take them, I can show you some. I'm stripping my factory now, my Mad Science factory, and I have some Scotsmans and some Isomatics that I have right next to each other. And yeah, they are same, but different, but still same. And it's that way with the undercounter as well. The undercounter Scotsman, the SCNs are Isomatics. Scotsman undercounter nuggets are Isomatic. The Isomatic undercounter residential or office unit, the only difference is the door and the light. And you can actually put a light into the Isomatic. Everything is still there. You can plug it in. And you can actually take the door off of the Scotsman and put it onto the Isomatic so it would have that articulated hinge that goes out. I put more ice in the streets than Walter White. I put more ice on the streets than Walter White. this summer. Number 20 coming up. Nice. Nice. Hold on one second. That deserves. Nice. You can't keep getting away with that. Put them suckers out there on the streets, flood the streets with that ice. Oh yeah, Jacob is always messing with me. Jacob is all brother. It's a delay on my end, brother. Jacob is always fucking with me. Always. No, I'm just joking. I don't know where I took a bunch of pictures. I swear to you, I took a bunch of pictures of this damn ice tro. I took a ton of pictures of that damn ice tro. I don't know. Oh, there they go. So I was about to say, I'm like, what the hell? Took a ton of pictures of this damn ice tro. It's a nice looking machine. It makes around 300 pounds of ice. The Hoshizaki that you more than likely would be replacing or competing against is 271. And it makes 270 pounds of ice on its best day. The hopper on the ice tro is much larger than the Hoshizaki. Yeah. Yo. Yeah, I was at the house cleaning up, but I got some prescription 50 mcg of Flonase. But yeah, and funny. Well, I didn't get a chance to spray before the show because I just made it here. But yo, if you are, this is the ice tro. This is the ice tro. So it's a nice looking machine. It is from Korea, and they actually have Korean writing embossed on the plastic. It says front, but underneath it there are 2 sets of Korean characters there to coincide with that. That was cleaning. So the model and serial numbers on the left side. We did not have any stainless steel cleaner with us. This is Charles' son, his oldest son. And Ryan says, you really think that the Scotsman? Well, all right. I don't know a single person that's going to tell you that they're in love with the DCM 271, myself included. The DCM 271, the DCM 271 has gone through that iteration where they have the ghost, the phantom touching. So they had a touchpad at the bottom. On the ice tro, the drip tray, the front had touch panels, and then on the Hoshizaki, then the top had touch panels. The touch panels everywhere. And what would happen is if people drip water on the touch panel on the front, it would start dispensing. And then you have these situations where Hoshizaki has it. The ice tro has a paddle. Ice tro's got a paddle. Why does ice tro have a paddle and not an infrared? The 271, and actually the 270, the ones that have the infrared, if it is facing sunlight, the sunlight will actually destroy the infrared sensor. It will cook it. You mean you don't have WD-40 to shoot up my nose? I know. Stainless. Oh. No, you know what? I told you I'm moving. You might notice there's some pictures in there, and I'm moving. So I'm literally taking everything out of the van, and I'm like shuttling stuff around. Not the family is situated. This is all my shit. I got rid of all my storage and everything. It had everything in the house because we were moving. So the garage was full. I had a back shed that was full. My back patio. I had an outdoor kitchen with the back patio. That's where my F450. I had an F450 in the back patio with a 500-pound bin. I had I got a Scotsman Nugget I I had that on the back patio. So you can have flaked ice, you can have nugget ice. And my globe griddle out there. I had fridge, a fridge and a freezer out there, upright, commercial. Oh man! And so I'm just like moving that stuff. I don't have an outdoor kitchen set up, and I don't have an awning. I got to build that. Oh, so it's going to look crazy for me to have that stuff out there, and I don't have a cover for it. So that stuff can't go outside just yet. I have to build all that. So that stuff's got to go into storage along with my other stuff because I gotta do something. And it might end up where I actually start teaching or something because I would actually like get this warehouse, but I really want one closer to home. Ryan says, pro tip: if you cover the back of the touch-free sensor with foam insulation tape, it improves reliability. Really? Because the other thing with the DCM 271, the 270 with the infrared 271 is water dripping down those infrared sensors, which are like, what are they, like 500 a piece now? They will cause those sensors not to work. As a matter of fact, let me jump on into that. So I'm gonna finish up with the iStro, and then here's the iStro, and I don't know why I didn't see this before. You can't notice this, but this black line right there, that is a wire. That is the harness and wire that feeds the board. It goes from the water level sensor that's off to the right, and it goes right in front of the ice chute. And I didn't notice that. And the condensation would drip onto the cord and then fall down on the stainless right there. And the customer was like, "Oh my God, the machine is leaking." No, dummy, it's just condensation. So I was having a hard time trying to get that damn thing, trying to get the right fitting. And I said, "What the hell am I doing? Let me just hook this up direct." I said, "Let me just take that shit off and hook it up direct." Because I was like, "I know that's what the damn banjo players are doing in my neck of the woods." I said, "I know that's what the hell they're doing." So I took it off and just made my connections to go to that 1/4-inch connection. And away I went. Oh yeah, Dave's Hot Chicken, blah blah blah. Bria Tacos. My daughter loves this Bria Tacos. They didn't know that it was this chain and it's part of. We'll get into that later on. We'll get into that. Relux. Yeah, this is more. This is more of that iStro machine. This is the same side. This was the fittings before, and I was trying to match stuff up, and nothing was matching up. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's a John Guest fitting. Let me just take that damn thing off and put that sucker. Let me hook it up direct. All right, that's yeah. I was screwing up big time. I'm like, oh, it hooks up to the back. So that's us hooking up everything. Oh, you know what? Yo, Ryan knows his stuff, man. Yeah, I guess this is a Gen 1. And I'll get to you in a minute. This is a Gen 1. Funny thing about, I went over the controls, how you got a button for ice, a touch button in the middle for water is on the left, ice is in the middle, and then water and ice is on the right. Well, these damn things are factory set for small cup, but only on water. So it will dispense a full cup of ice and only a half a cup of water. And so, you see that my viewership is overwhelmingly men. So the women that use the damn machine, they don't they don't think to just relieve the pressure off of the paddle and then push it again when the water stops. No, they just keep their hand there like, oh, the water stopped. And I'm like, yeah, just ease off. The ice is still gonna fall. Ease off and then push back again, and it's gonna fill up your cup. They go, oh, okay. I'm like, I'll be back and readjust it. So when the adjustment is all through the controls, let me see if I can find that picture. There's 3 buttons. There's 3 buttons that you manipulate to make your changes. The very first time I went in there, I was able to cycle through the functions. After I cycled through the functions, the damn thing wouldn't let me do it again. The hopper filled up with ice, and it would only say full. It wouldn't allow me to go to any of the FU settings. No joke. Everything says FU. So you log in, it goes FU. Delight. Freaking Koreans. Oh, so you go to FU. I'm trying to get to like FU 16 or FU 17 to switch it from small cup to large cup. And I can't get back in there. And I talked to tech support. He goes, "Oh, former smart care guy." So of course I had to speak real slowly to him. He got a kick out of that, by the way. So he's like, "Oh, I don't know why I was doing that." I said, "Typical response from a smart care guy." And then when I talked to the distributor that I picked up the unit from, they were like, "Yeah, one of the other guys, he had to replace the board." Was what you were saying. But yeah, I went in there and I got the serial number off the board, the software version, and all that other stuff. It's right there in the front. The ice throw, it's right there when I got the thing. I swing that thing open. There it is. The board is right here. So that one screw all the way up at the top, you undo that one screw and it hinges over and you can get to the board right there in the front. It's no big deal. The board is where all these plugs are. All those plugs are actually going to the board, which is, like I said, I wasn't paying attention, and that damn plug, that wire was right there in the middle of the hopper dispenser. Of course, I had to move that over. And now I got to go again because I need to change the dispenser to large cup. And what I'm trying to get to is when I tried to access the number for it, it's all in writing on the front. Damn, I should have went and showed you guys that. There's a full list of everything you need to do right there in the guide on the machine on the inside. Everything is right there. Well, when I cycle through to try to reach it, it just skips. It's not accessible, and so that's when I might have to do what Ryan is saying. I might have to replace the board on the Istro so that it will recognize functions FU16 so that I can get large cup. Anyway, drone on and on and on about that bullshit. I hear you, but I was saying WD-40 is a good sub for stainless steel cleaner. Yeah, what is it about WD-40? It collects lint or something like that afterwards. I can't remember what the deal was with WD-40 and stainless. Something like that. I used to use it back in the day too, but it doesn't repel the dust, some shit like that. As long as they don't touch no ice or gas ranges. Take some time for yourself. I've been married almost 20 years. There is no such thing as taking time for myself. I look at my demographic. You fuckers know my pain. My wife don't give a shit. I'm a workhorse. It is what it is. I'm in the service business. My wife don't give a shit. Push me out there. Just work, damn it, work. That's all they care about. That is all they give a damn about. So my wife would work me until I'm dead. Now she did say, yeah, get you some guys to help and get the rest of the stuff because I got a single convection oven I gotta move. I got 3 Stolting-ish ice double barrel ice machine. Soft serve machines I gotta move. Oh god, I got a lot of stuff. A lot of heavy stuff I gotta move. But I'm cutting up. I got some 66-inch Champion dishwashers I'm gonna cut up, and I got a Hobart 66 I gotta cut up. Why am I cutting them up? Well, because the body style is old. They're discontinuing all the parts. It makes no sense to teach anybody on this old stuff when they're discontinuing the parts. Hobart is notorious for discontinuing parts. So what's the point of teaching you to work on something that's obsolete? And then Champion, you can still get parts for the Champion, but Champion, everything now is going to be new. People, when it comes to Champion, people tend to start out with a new machine and a whole new set of guys. And that's what I've seen. That is usually what I see. Hobart, no. Champion, yes. Myco, yes. Myco dishwashers. Jackson, no. Don't know what that, and CMA, no. CMA is a mixed bag. All right, we cancel that. Oh, what else was I going to talk about? I can't remember. We've been on here for 2 hours and some change. I kind of got out what I need to get out about those weirdo gurus that don't know their head from their ass. Just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. Say less. Happy wife, happy life. I got a bid into remove it. A stereo. Oh, that's Hobart. A stereo dish machine. Ooh, right. I have not seen. Has anybody seen a new stereo? I have not seen a new one. I have not seen a new one. Also, I feel you. I did a Salvin oven repair over on my channel. Thanks for the inspiration. Yeah, hey man. It's nice to go out and do these things, and do these videos. It's not really my place to do it. You cannot be all things to all people. Something is going to fall short. If I'm going to do service tech videos, then that's kind of the lane I'm going to need to stay in. Why? Because you don't. The viewership doesn't switch gears like that. First class, the viewership doesn't change gears. So they're not looking for Hoshizaki service videos and then willing to sit down and watch me talk about Paris Baguette and Luckin Coffee, PJ's Coffee, and all that stuff about what they. But in fact, I just, because I'm cleaning stuff up, I found a handwritten notes that I had for coffee chains and what equipment they had. I've been doing this for a very long time. This isn't something I just started. There has been a need, and it's maddening to have to tell the same thing to people over and over and over again. Like Ryan was like, "What's the best ice machine, bruh?" Over and over and over again. That is crazy. It's crazy to have to tell people the same thing. So I just said, hey, let me put this out there. People really don't even watch like that anyway. So let me put this out there, and then I can just direct people to a damn video and say, hey, look, watch my channel, ask about it. So this way I don't have to come up and talk about the same damn thing over and over again. And that's what people don't understand. They call me up, they want special treatment. It's like, dude, I've given the same fucking speech 300, 400, 500 times over the last decade and a half. You know what I'm saying? It's like okay, I really don't want to talk about this. I'd rather get this out one time. Maybe I reiterate, you know, at the end of the year or something like that, or the middle of the year. But at least I'm not like, hello, yeah, oh, really, oh, wow, yeah, that's interesting. It's really not interesting. Oh, okay. Is doing what you say? Oh, huh. There's no mystery. There's no fucking mysteries. What did we talk about earlier in here? What were we talking about? We were talking about comments about the chocolate soft serve machine. So imagine people call me up and oh man, what's it doing? And I gotta explain to them fucking chocolate. I had to explain to people fucking chocolate over and over. Bruh, that's a horrible existence. I do not like doing the tech info pregnant stuff. That's not my thing. All right, hold on a second. Let me see what we got. I think Scott's. We run through some of these things, and then I am going to wrap this up. Oh, so this is the Manitowoc. Manitowoc. Let's go into Scotsman. I mean, Axomatic. Thankfully, they've updated. I told you guys about this last week that they had the training classes. This was in Kansas City, Missouri. The CIM and the GEM units. Yeah, Louis Cardenas. And it's crazy because I have an appliance dealer. His name is Louis Cardenas. So in my email, I every now and then I email the wrong freaking Louis Cardenas. I have to really pay attention when I do that shit. So yeah, Louis is running around doing this stuff. Let me see if we got anything for next month. Not yet. So they're gonna pop up. So I don't know what this online thing is. Isomatic showroom. Oh, en español. Habla español. Oh, because Louis Cardenas is probably hosting that. Go figure. What? They're gonna have a Spanish-speaking class? Oh, I'm shocked. All right. For whatever reason, Follett. I think there might be something coming up with Follett. This is about that time. You know, it's been around that long. There should be something popping up. But if you guys do want to, they do have the online. You will see Follett's in rotating in and out of Sam's Club and stuff like that. Oh, good. But whether or not you get that contract, that's a whole nother thing. That's a whole nother shebang. And like I said, Follett, that's going to be Chick-fil-A, all that good stuff. Oh! Before we wrap this thing up, hold on. Frymaster was trying to fill up a class. Oh shit, that's the wife. Oh Jesus, yes, I'm still on. Oh, get married, they say. Live longer, they say. Yeah, but they don't say that you live longer and you're in freaking misery the whole damn time. They don't tell you how wonderful it is. Oh, Lancaster, PA. That is where they stay for Clark. Okay, so the class for the 11th is still open. They're still looking for people. If you are in the Lancaster, Pennsylvania area, this is Frymaster training. This is Frymaster training. What you're looking at is Frymaster. In-person field training classes. High efficiency gas fryers and the electric ones. They're going to go over the LOVs, the 3000 and the touchscreen. So Lancaster, PA, on the 11th, you still have open seats. You still have open seats on the 11th. She just sent out the email like Monday. She sent out the email Monday saying that they're looking to fill this class up. Albuquerque, New Mexico, both dates are open. Oh, I like how she did. Because I normally take the address off anyway, because I don't want you guys like harassing Timco, harassing Clark, harassing TWC, EMR with bullshit. So yeah, you got to email them anyway, and they're going to give you the address. It's usually going to be at one of their field offices in that market any damn way. So Lancaster, PA, Albuquerque, New Mexico, so that's April 8th or the 9th. Decatur, Illinois, so you're talking about north of Chicago, about an hour. That's April 22nd or the 23rd. And in Mississippi, that's Timco, May 6th or the 7th. All right, let me drop that in there. So yeah, I didn't want to forget this because she sent that information on out. She didn't send it specifically to me, but she sent it out. So that is the email for you guys to get a hold of Frymaster training. This will not make you a factory service agent, but you will get the training. You will meet the trainer. They will give you their contact information. So Frymaster still got this weird thing. My clients, when they have a unit that's under warranty, and I tell them it's under warranty, they still won't let me deal with it. They let the other guys deal with it, and then when it's out of warranty, then I do it. So that usually builds bad blood, but hey, whatever. It is what it is. That's how Frymaster wants to do it. So that's how it is. Because they get to do all the dirty work, and I get to just come in and then just take cash. I get to take cash. You can't keep getting away with that. But oh yes, I do. All right, so that's Frymaster stuff that's coming up. Before we get out of here, is there anything that you guys want me to, any training dates you want me to show you, or any of that other stuff? HC Duke and Sons, East Moline. I'm waiting on HC Duke and Sons to show their class. What the hell's the class information? In my opinion, I think Electro Freeze is number 3. I believe it's like in my opinion. If you would just talk about 3 soft serve machines, it would be okay. Electro Breeze would be in that top 3. Let me see if it's under here. So normally they have a section where they tell you when the damn training is. Last year they only had, oh, there it is. I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. Oh, I need to show you guys Stolting. Not Stolting. Shit. Carpenter. Let's see. What the fuck? I don't see anything. No, they don't have anything yet. Damn. Nothing yet. They don't have anything yet for HC Duke & Son, Electro Freeze. Like I said, if you roll by a new McDonald's, if you roll by a new McDonald's, look at the ice cream machine. If it is a remodeled McDonald's, there's a very good chance that remodeled McDonald's has a Carpigiani K3 ice cream machine. It's not that they were having a problem with Taylor. Lane was servicing Taylor nationwide. It's not that they were having a problem with it. It's, they wanted to give the operators a different option. Come on, man, where the hell the class is at? If I could freaking find a class, this is crazy. Let me go to food service professionals. No, it's not under there. What the hell's my training class at? Is it under tech news? What the hell is it? Carpigiani Tech News. Food service. No. This is not it either. What? Why do they make this so hard? Maybe she moved it. Is it learn? I hope she didn't cancel this because I have been begging her for years. That, oh, thank God, let's see if it's here. Class schedule. Man, I don't know why they make this shit so hard to find. Woo! Still here. Damn! See, look at this. Low attendance, man. It's either that or the weather. I'm going with low attendance. Listen up. All you guys that have these freaking dreams and you guys want McDonald's. If you want a freaking McDonald's, the number one way into a McDonald's isn't the ice machine. The number one way into a McDonald's is going to be through the deep fryer, and it's going to be through the ice cream machine. Those are the two biggest needs that the McDonald's operators have. Is that you get French fries stuck in the damn in the pump of the deep fryer, or you got leaking and stuff like that. The O-rings aren't there; they're missing. Those are going to be some of your greatest needs. I mean, by the time you get there, you just had to hit the damn reset button on the freaking motor for the deep fryer. But the ice cream machine. So they're not just using anybody. And Carpigiani's a pain in the ass any damn way. You get your parts through Parstown, or you can get it through Carpigiani directly. So do yourself a favor. Take your ass on over there to South Carolina. Is it North Carolina or South Carolina? Hold on one second. Do yourself a favor. Go and take the damn class. Take the class for the damn, yeah. Take the class at High Point, North Carolina, and learn how to grapple and tackle the grapple. 3 days. It is a 3-day class. Take your ass on down to the mall at High Point, North Carolina. Every single month, they are doing this. You need to plan out when you're going to go and take this damn class. Carpet Johnny is not one of those brands that you just stumble around with. The parts are insanely expensive, and there's other perks to it as well, but it is not an inexpensive machine to work on. I'll give you a good example. A Sefesa member, I don't get along with this guy either. He's got the rights to Carpet Johnny in my market, and he fucked this thing up so bad. The MVX is essentially dead in Louisiana. It's dead here in Houston. It's dead. It's dead in Texas. It's dead in Louisiana. He completely trashed. Let me show you what this is. This guy had this. So essentially, it was just the two of us. So it was only option that people had was this one company and myself to go with. And they didn't even know I was an option. I had to literally go to people and say, oh, you got MVX. Well, yeah. Hold on one second. It's the 3. You got a XL. You got XVL. That's what it was. XVL. There we go. Right here. The XVL3. So he was really sticking it to him. And I mean, dude, those people were so happy that they had another option to go with. I mean, he was literally putting these people out of business. When you have a soft serve machine, when you have a soft serve concept, right? And so that's what type of food service it was. All they sold were sweet and salty soft serves with toasted marshmallows on top, clouds, cotton candy, and all kind of shit. A big spectacle, big display. I have pictures. And this service company fucked these people over. There's a special place in hell for this douchebag. It's a special place in hell for him. So now, not only do we not have, he put all of them out of business. So now, not only do we not have these units anymore to service, right? He fucked this market. When I order parts, so Carpet Johnny will automatically direct me to him. He won't sell to me anyway. If we ever come face to face, we'll probably come to blows. But he's a little bitch, and I mean, there's just nothing more I can say about it. He's a dick, and he just charged these operators just an absorbent price to fix it, and it never did even fix their damn machines. I'd have to come back after his guys, and didn't fix the machines. Parts Down will sell you the parts. Sometimes they give you sometimes they give you wrong parts. Sometimes they give you a wrong software version, and it can be a clusterfuck. It can be a clusterfuck. First Class says, riddle me this, Batman. How much is sticking it to them? Dude, let me show you. No, you're not going to make mistakes. Your prices are never, all right, so this guy paid millions of dollars for this distributorship, right? So he purchased this business from the previous guy. The other guy was, he was the very first Carpet Johnny distributor in Houston. So he had all the equipment. So he sells and services the equipment. Everybody's supposed to. This is how it used to be. Just so you guys know, when you like back in the day when you sold Manitowoc, that was your kingdom. People could only buy Manitowoc through you. People needed the parts from Manitowoc. People had to come to you to get Manitowoc. When people needed Hoshizaki, they would come to you if you had the distributorship. If you sold South Bend, that kind of stuff, because it was just all these different brands, Royal, that kind of stuff. So if you were the servicer, you were also like the distributor for it. So people would buy the equipment from you and all the whole nut. And so if you were the distributor and other dealers had a problem, they only went to you. So they would call and say, hey, Mike, we sold a 40-pound deep fryer and, they're having a problem. Then I would go out there, I would fix it, and then I would bill Royal. So now things are not like that anymore, with the exception of this. So this guy paid a lot of money to get this, and he just completely fucked all these people over. They're just so petrified. Let me just show you what the price of MV3 handle replacement. Do. Oh, come on, man, give it to me. Where is that? Let me see if you guys can see this. Yeah, you can see it. No. It's not double. No, it's not double dipping. That is how things are now. Is fucked. That's why everything is just fucked. You had a real business, and the manufacturers got greedy. They got greedy. No, it's impossible for you to make a mistake. First of all, you don't have a warehouse with like $5 million worth of parts. Damn, they're only showing the K3. Shit. You don't. Damn it. You don't have 15 guys on the streets making $100,000 each. Then they got 401k. They have health insurance. You don't have 5 dispatchers running those guys. You don't have a parts clerk. You don't have an HR person. You don't have a trainer on staff. That whole thing. All right, let me see here. Carpet Johnny MV3 handle. Shit. Handle costs. So just so you know, the handles were like $700. That's what he was charging them. He was charging them. It has 3. Just so you know, it has 3 handles. They were made out of aircraft aluminum. MV3. Carpet Johnny MV3. Full. Damn, this is not it. See, this is the thing about Carpet Johnny. It is extremely difficult. It is extremely difficult to get parts. You can only get parts from Parts Town or Carpet Johnny. You can't as you see, you can't even get them from anywhere else. You can't even get them from anywhere else. So he was charging like $700 per handle. So what ended up happening, I would go by any one of these locations and I would see one handle. And I already knew what the deal was. And they would take, because it originally had 3, the employees would break them and they would take the one handle and they would take it from each barrel. It had 2, one on the right, one on the left, and then the middle was to mix the 2. So they would take the one handle that they had left, the one good handle, and use that to operate the machine. A $20,000 machine, and they're using a freaking. He fucked them. He fucked them so bad. I hope he burns in hell. I hope he burns in hell. He's a shitty individual. I hope he burns in hell. He's a piece of shit. The parts come from them. Not sure if my situation is warranty. L to the brother. You just started just off the nose. Just off the nose. What you talking about, brother? What you talking about? The parts come from them. Not sure if my situation is warranty. Are you talking about the spaceman? Are you talking about the spaceman, brother? Help me out. You started. You're introducing us to a conversation that you've been having, and we're just now in it. We're just now in this conversation that you have. So help us out. What is this situation, brother? Came from Cap.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna have to go ahead and sort of disagree with you there.
All right, brother. So
there are things we know.
yes.
We also know there are known unknowns. That is to say, we know there's some things we do not know. But there are also unknown unknowns. The ones we don't know, we don't know.
Yes. So what are you talking about, brother? The Postmaster parts came from Carpigiani. What are you, brother? The link is here. The link. Hold on, man. The link is. I don't know what you just. What? And you're fucking around with Carpigiani. Oh God. This is another brother that think he gonna get rich working on damn soft serve machines. Oh God. Soft serve machine is just the biggest pain in your ass you ever gonna run across. Brother, you don't have to be on camera. Okay? You don't have to be on camera.
Well, you listen, I'm gonna tell you, right?
So you can call up, you could leave the screen off and you can tell us this wonderful scenario that has culminated in the Postmaster parts came from Carpigiani. Partstown is a master distributor. They don't make parts. The parts are always going to come from the manufacturer. All Points is the only one that has their Maverick line, and they have aftermarket parts. Partstown is a no aftermarket part supplier. They are a master distributor. They are a master debater. Fucking Partstown. Fucking Partstown. But brother, help me out. See, this is here it is. Machined aluminum for that Carpigiani. So that you can go buy if you just they only have this one machine in the United States, and you'll see them taking that handle out of the machine and then putting it into the other locations to operate the machine. There's supposed to be 3. But this bastard will charge them like $700, and they're only selling fucking frozen yogurt. They're selling frozen yogurt, bro. They're not selling liquid gold. Jesus. All right, so let me see here what. I don't know what my lira is. USD. Man, what the? Oh God. So it roughly comes out to God. It looks like it comes out to about damn near $300, which just sound right. The conversion rate is 1 point something to it. Oh, there you go. There you go, brother. So help us out here. Take us on this fantastic voyage. Yo, Quiet Storm, what's going on, man? Yo, brother, there's all these fake HVAC weirdo gurus that are run around like swamis and shit with guitars and telling people oh, I need to tell people how to talk to customers, and that's how we need to do things. Like, oh, get out of here, bruh. Quiet Storm. Oh, he hopped in from another. Yo, Cool Blue, what's up, man? Hold on, let me pop this up there. I'm with you, brother. So what are you talking? What are you talking about, brother?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
All right. Yeah. So I was coming in from a different conversation. But them Copper Johnny parts, probably, is proprietary or whatnot. It wouldn't have crossover. So and I imagine they're pretty expensive. So people just stocking them. It probably ain't.
No, they're not stocking them. They there's only a limit. They fly them over from Italy. That's how it is with a lot of that stuff. They fly them over. They fly that stuff over. So especially like the handles, they don't anticipate people needing handles, so they don't have handles here. And so when you need them, they're like, "Oh, you want them flown on over from Italy?" It's like, yeah, I guess so. And so I guess they put them like on the first class seat on Alitalia or some shit.
Yeah,
but yeah, that's what you find out.
Yeah, it took a couple weeks. I mean, this machine. I took it apart.
There you go.
I took it apart about.
Oh God! I gotta hear this. Give me the rundown. What's the story?
Oh, okay. Now dig it.
When you like, no, let's hear it. I gotta hear this shit.
Okay, so the Pasta Master it's a pasteurizer.
Oh God! Was this a puff pastry store?
No, it's an Italian. Italian restaurant. Italian restaurant. They make their own gelato, and so this is the second one. It's a shaft. The shaft broke. Just
yes. Right. So just tell the people, right? This one, it's you load from the top.
Yep.
Yeah, I know what it is. I know exactly what it is. I know exactly. Right. I've been in the business, brother. I know what it is. So, the shaft. Yeah, the shaft does break.
Well, no. Well, this is the reason is the last one. It must have broke. I don't know, 8 months ago. So this is like the third time this has happened. And so we're there, and we asked the girl. We say, "Hey, so how you load it up?" And then so she says, "We put these little hard hard chocolate little nugs in there, and then we pour a bunch of sugar on top, and then we pour milk on top."
Well, you can't with that one. That's the big thing that they talk about in Stolting class. Carpenter Johnny, you can't put anything in there. You got to add. You're supposed to add after, not during the making of the product.
Bingo.
Yeah, what the hell is the thing?
Yeah.
Community Dude, what the fuck? Dude, I just had my analytics. It was just up on the screen. My stuff was just there. It is. All right, I'm tripping. I don't know why they put this stuff so far down the damn list. I'm trying to show Quiet Storm. So I take it. What, you had a long day?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh no, I hadn't worked. My day was actually pretty short.
Okay.
I had an evaporator drain pan and a drain line heater to do early this morning, and got some ice maker parts. But I'm having a conversation with the GM from Saltgrass tomorrow over lunch.
Okay. LD is the go-to warranty specialist in the Austin area. Look at that, Ryan. Ryan is over there with us, man. And I want to put out your location, but just, you're in Texas. Ryan is in Texas.
It is what it is. Yeah. I might know that guy a little bit. I might know that newbie.
Well, I mean, it's not like it's just exactly, a large city.
Yeah. Oh no. No, that's the homie. He's the ice maker guru around these parts. So.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Hold on. So everybody was wondering what the hell I was all riled up about, because I normally just put boring ass titles, but so Quiet Storm and Cool Blue. So you look on the screen here. The average person that watches my content, the average person that's interested in what I have to say, is between the ages of 35 and 65 plus. Look at it. No one 13 to 17. No one 18 to 24. So anyone watching this content has already had a career. I'm not talking to young kids. I'm talking to people who are looking to get out of their career into something else, looking for stability. At these ages, they've already been through the housing crisis in 2008. They probably have been in real estate. They've already sold cars, sold boats, sold ATVs, all that kind of stuff. Because you said you sold phone tech. You sold what kind of technical stuff? Cool Blue.
I used to sell. I worked for Spectrum, so I sold Spectrum services, residential, and business.
Right. So when we talk, do you think I need to tell you how you should talk to customers?
Oh no. I mean, one time, I did. I was talking. I was talking to old boy at that food truck. I ain't want to be doing that shit. So I was I was going a little, off the rails with him, but I brought it back.
Yeah, but you still know it's just different.
Yeah.
You're in the moment with the customer, going over the issues. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a sales pitch. You know how to give a sales pitch. You just need to know who the customer is. You need to know the equipment, right? Oh, who's got this equipment? Who's got that? That's what you need to know. And so I see detractors, they're running around talking about, oh, there's a guy online and he's telling people about brands. Yes, because you guys don't know the fucking brands. If you're just coming into this from IT, or if you're just coming into this from what real estate or from insurance, you're not going to know. You're not going to know the difference between a Manitowoc or Isomatic. You don't know. It's not your world. I am your first introduction to this world. And so that's where I need to focus, is on brands and training.
You put me on a gang of brands, dude.
What? Thank you. See, you know what? So I tell people about brands, and then I tell people about brands. I tell people about employment. And it's up to you whether you want to pursue working for yourself, giving it a go, or just working for one of these other companies. and what options are open to you, the 401k, the pay scale, the training. And then what do? I show, hey, look, if you're going to work in this market, hey, this is what they're paying, and this is what the houses are going for in that market. I don't need to sit around with a fucking ukulele and tell you, oh, well, you need to focus on customer service. Wake up. You don't need me to tell you about fucking customer service. How long were you work for Spectrum?
Like 14 years.
What the fuck do I need to tell you about how to talk? Man, hold on. What the? These fucking, bro, and you're younger than me. Not by a lot, but we're still in the same range. You know what I'm saying? We're still in the same 10-year range. I don't need to freaking lecture you about this is how you should approach a customer. This is how you should dress, and this is a.
Hey, they shouldn't be thinking about going to business if they need them. You know what I'm saying? All that type of information. Yeah, they need a mentor or somebody. Hell,
right? Dude, if I gotta mentor you about
YouTube channel,
no, you don't need to be in this. If I have to mentor you about clothing, about how to get vehicles, about any of that stuff. I mean, look at you. You just told me, how many vehicles are you currently in the process? This is just for work. How many vehicles are you currently in the process of acquiring for what you're doing?
For what, me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I don't necessarily have to acquire them. I already have them, but I have a truck, and then I have a box truck, and then obviously a regular car. But I mean, it's just me. I don't need, what I mean.
So this one service tech who's only been on his own for how long? 5 months, did you say?
My business, I started back in June.
And he's got 3 vehicles, bro. Specialized vehicle. Tell them about the one utility truck.
It's an AT&T old service truck. So it's a 3500 Silverado HD. It has the box, like when the guys that pull that fiber back there, the cap need boxes. So it's a factory cap need truck. So what the fuck do I need to tell you about getting a vehicle? You know what I'm saying? Now, what did I do when you told me what vehicles you had? What did I do then? You said you probably don't need all that. If anything, but what did I tell you can do with them? Oh yeah, I can start doing doing rentals and shit. And deliveries, installs, all that. Right. And I explained to you what did I tell you? I told you to go where? The distributors? The distributors and the dealers and stuff like that. I showed you the example. I said, okay, if you have these vehicles, then you can, when they do sell a unit and they want to take it back and that kind of stuff, it's been worked on a number of times, and the factory puts their hand up and say, all right, cool, we want to get it back. The other service companies like, man, we ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. We don't want it. But you actually are set up to handle that kind of thing. Sure. For that. I'm a weirdo though, as you know. But that is, see, all these guys want to run around and talk about niche business, these visions. That actually is a niche business. You know what I'm saying? It's not something that you're going to do every day. It's not something that you're even going to do once a week. It's not even something you're going to even do once a month consistently. All right? It's very rare for the factory to throw their hands up and be like, all right, you know what? Dealers take product back more often than the factory does. So the dealers would want you to bring the stuff back to their location, and then they would have an ASA come and give it a once over, and then talk with the factory and decide if they want to redo it, and then put the unit back out there. And then they would have to make arrangements with that dealer to give them compensation or credit towards other stuff. Or there's things that they do behind the scenes. But still, I don't need to sit back with a fucking ukulele and lecture you guys about
customer service and uniforms and vehicles and shit like that, and CRM management, software and shit like that. You guys, and this is, you fall right there in this category. Like I said, hey man, the average person that is consuming this content is between the age of 45 to 54. Would you say that you fall in that category, brother? Oh shit, he can't hear. Brother, would you say?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much,
Yes, pretty much. That is the largest age group. And then look at this other age group, 65 plus. 65 plus. And so, like I said, once again, I hate to beat a dead horse, but you got these weirdos, right? They want to be somebody special. And they want to, wait. Look, man, you guys just need this information. You're going to take it from there, right? You were on the phone that night when the guy was asking me, "Hey, what do you do? What is this?" Something we were both trying to explain it to him, right?
Yeah.
So, but he had employees already. He had vehicles already. He already had a business going on. He wanted to transition over to something else, more stable, something where he can see more money. And what did we tell him? We said, yeah. This is the one. This is the one.
But I think also everybody ain't as mechanically inclined. You know what I mean? Their time investment might be more than what than what. I mean, even mine. I didn't. I say I had I was fortunate, but the time investment to learning this can be
right. But that. See, you guys take your skills that you have acquired in your other careers. You guys have you did very well in your other careers, and to no fault of your own, you need to pivot. And everybody's like, where the hell do I go? What do I do now? What is the next thing? And then people stumble across this industry. Once you stumble across this industry, like you said, you need the mechanical acumen, and it's like, where are you going to get it? You need to go to these factory classes where they're going to teach you. You don't need to go to just like some general class where they're going to teach you how to use a meter and all that shit. No, just go to a Manitowoc class. Go to Manitowoc, Wisconsin, and go through that, and then you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? That is a top brand, used more places than any other. It is what it is. It is. Hey, real quick question, and I'm gonna wind this thing down. What is your favorite ice machine right now?
Honestly, I don't work with I don't work with them that much, and everyone that I work with ends up being different. So I don't have a favorite. I don't care. But I guess if we're gonna call my favorite, because it's just, for me, is the easiest, it's just gonna be a Matosa.
And I'm not gonna dive into that one, but yeah, it would be for you. And I know that this is news. This is going to be news for a lot of people. Like, Atosa make ice machines? Yeah, Atosa's had an ice machine now for damn near 10 years. Damn near 10 years. The Atosa ice machine is pretty rock solid right now.
Man.
In the early days, oh god, that machine was a train wreck. The dual float, because it had the float system of a cold draft. And so it had that dual beaker system. You know what I'm talking about, right? Have you seen some of the old ones?
No, it's only new school for me, baby.
Yeah, but yeah, they had a similar float system that you would find on a cold draft. So yeah, they had the same problem the cold draft had. When the machine gets dirty, the float doesn't work right, and we used to fall out of calibration. It's all kind of problems. But yeah, one of my customers, they had an Atosa ice machine, and they had a leak. It was an R290 unit, and it had a leak. It was, where was that leak? That leak was in the condenser. It was in the condenser area. So yeah. But other than that, I don't have too many Atosa ice machines in my market. I have more Max Ice. I have more Max Ice machines in my market than anything. But one other question I want to have for you, and then we're gonna wrap this thing up because you gotta spend time with the kids and the loved one and everything. Back to that Carper Johnny. The Carper Johnny, they had that one. It was the because that one, it pasteurizes.
Yeah.
So people don't understand it cooks the milk and kills all the bacteria and all this stuff, and they use it to make cream. So, but not only do you have the dasher that breaks, but you got the top plastic piece that breaks. And it's plastic, and it's also like $700.
Yeah, I never even I never dealt with that because the main they having the big issues whenever and you know what and really what it is it's the guy that I trained with, and so I guess he calls me I mean, like, it's it's kind of awkward. I guess if you can pay somebody a couple of dollars to get down and do it, why would you do it yourself? So you know what I mean? And so truth be told, I probably could do it in 45 minutes, but I ain't trying to have that food pay me for no 45 minutes. So
I'm pulling it up on the screen right now. That pasteurizer is $52,000.
Oh yeah. I'm sure it's getting charged every bit of 6 hours. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Every bit of it.
And this I'm showing them right now, so you can see the dasher at the top, and you can see the plastic cover. That plastic cover is $700.
Yeah,
$700. And let me see if I can even find it.
Yeah, they ended up buying another one because the shaft that it had the shaft broke. So basically, they have two of them. They have two of them out there right now, and so.
Well, you definitely need the parts. You definitely need the parts on the old one, especially that freaking. You might want to check and see that board because every now and then they do have some issues with the board, and that board is super expensive, and you have to wait forever. You have to wait forever. Oh yeah. There it is. It's a PK.
I'm just the muscle on this one. You know what I mean?
Oh, because it's your guy's account, right?
Yeah.
But still. And the reason why it takes so long, like I said, is you're ordering from Partstown, and then Partstown is ordering it from the manufacturer, and that's why this stuff takes so long, and that's why there's so much more to it. Cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, see, look, I'm trying to pull this stuff up, and you can't even pull this stuff up. A used pasteurizer is
that's the one I'm working on right there. That's what
smaller
one looks like. They got the older
one. It's the older one. Yeah. Yep, but that's that still. Yeah, that plastic top, $700. And that board, I wish I could pull it up because that board is like $1,000 some bucks, if not more. But these guys think they're gonna make a killing working on this. Hey, look, man, these things are $50,000. They don't. I mean, they break, but they're not breaking like that.
Yeah. You ain't. Right. Yeah, you're not gonna see it very often.
Right.
Unless you pass and buy it.
Yeah, and then still, it's usually when I do have a board issue or something like that. It's usually because they got terrible electrical work done and stuff like that. That usually causes their problem. And so Ryan says refrigeration ain't for everyone. I've seen countless boys fold and hang up them gauges. Yeah, hey man, it is what it is. That's why I teach that there is refrigeration and then the various different styles of equipment. I teach laundry. I teach dishwashers, hot side. So and in the tabletop stuff. I mean, you got all of this freaking equipment, man. All of this equipment. You don't have to let the you don't have to be afraid of refrigeration. And if refrigeration is your thing, you can very easily pivot. You could very easily pivot to something else.
They knew about was getting on them roofs and in them attics. That's why they hung up, hung up
right.
the gate.
You found out there was this other stuff out there. You like, hey, this ain't so bad.
I like going in. I like going where it's already cool. You know what I'm saying?
Ladders, no going up on roof.
Yeah. I'm keeping my feet on the ground.
Yes, where it's safe and you don't fall and get broken up.
So yeah.
Yeah. Oh damn, there it is. Pasteurizer and heat treatment. But the Carper Johnny general market class teaches all of this equipment. She took this off. So this stuff used to be on the website. She will bring this back if there is enough requests for it. But right now, brother, hey, look, she's canceling the K3 classes. The Carper Johnny K3 that is for McDonald's. She's been having to cancel those classes.
Yeah, she had. Whenever I sent the message about it, she was happy to, get things going, but
oh yeah, yep. Oh, it's under word. That's why.
I'm still waiting for FBD. I'm still waiting for the. I'm waiting for 5 of us to be ready.
Well, there's only 3 of us. They said 5, so that's San Antonio. I got Kevin Tate from Learn to Trade. He's already putting out some 77X videos. But yeah, we're all ready to go. You took the FBD online training stuff?
Man, yes indeed.
Okay, cool.
Yes indeed. Cool. I'm ready.
So for what you talking about, FBD.
That hooky entertainment, whatever they have, they had like 2 or 3 machines back there. So
yeah, FBD, and that's the picture. I dropped my daughter off at school, and I looked over to the passenger side, and I saw Icy over there, and I already got a picture of Icy at a Taco Bell. So he was walking to a Burger King to take care of the FBD machine. But Icy is like way stressed. Their guys are, the backlog. If you call now, you'd be lucky to get an FBD. If you called today, you would have to wait about 2 weeks to get a damn, what the hell is that to get one of those techs to come out. So there is a heavy need to service FBD machines. So Icy is expensive, and they take forever to come out. Because they have to take care of the Taco Bell, the McDonald's, the Arby's, all these places first. And then your Auntie Anne's cookie places and all that stuff come later. And then they got to take care of casinos and things like that. Everything else comes later. But all right, man, I want to thank y'all for hanging out with a brother. I'm going to wrap this stuff up, man. I've been moving all week. I am beat. I am whooped. I'm about to lay it down. So I will holler at y'all. And thanks, and Cool Blue, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. Thanks for bringing me up, and so I can clear that up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you started that conversation right there.
Oh yeah, heck yeah, brother. Yeah, and always, man. Appreciate all your information, man.
Oh, anytime. Well, according to popular opinion, I don't help nobody. According to popular opinion, I don't help nobody. I just tell people about appliance manufacturers and training. I don't help nobody. So
hey, you know what? A dictionary is worthless in the wrong hands. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, in them motherfuckers' hands, it is definitely worthless.
You know what I'm saying? So
oh my god, them shit kickers. Oh my god, and one of the fucking guys is from Chicago, where I'm from, and he's just he's a Tony Robbins wannabe.
Oh man!
Oh yeah. Oh, this clown. Oh my god.
Well, we already know, man. And I ain't going. Everybody got their own, they mentors or whatnot. But if I can listen to you talk, if you get worse as you sound good when you start, and it gets worse as I start listening to you. You know what I mean? I can sniff them out. So
typically people do. So it's, you know what I'm saying? You don't have anybody coming in the chat like, oh, Mike is telling us this and leading us astray and telling us the wrong stuff. Now, people typically take my information and they run with it.
Bro, I signed up for 10 different companies or so before I ever even communicated with you off of your videos, and hell, it was over Christmas break. So I was getting it in. Hell, I was playing those on 2X.
And like I said, you've been doing this less than a year.
Shay.
So people need the information. They need the information. I didn't need to tell you what to do. You've been doing just fine on your own. You don't need a guru. You don't need an overlord. You don't need somebody to tell you what to do. You're a grown ass man. You're a father. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're a grown ass man. You know exactly what to do.
And I think you're doing exactly what you're setting out to do. If you're trying to get, point people in the right direction, do it, and you are. You know what I'm saying? Like this stuff right here, a lot of guys that's in the game right now, they going into these places working for somebody else. They don't realize that they could call up one of these places and get a little insurance, blah blah, do what they got to do, and before you know it, they cashing their own check. You know what I mean? 30 days later,
30 days, 45.
Some of them, but you know what I'm saying is, once your ball is rolling, it's rolling.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, that's the other part of the puzzle I try to cover. I really do need to organize it, like maybe pick a day where I can talk about these damn companies. Because last stream we end up talking about these referral companies, the company that give dispatches, and I guess you guys had no idea that there were thousands of those companies out there.
Oh snap! I'm trying to damn, there was one of them that I'm gonna have to go back on that one. It was definitely one that I was meaning to. I might have made a note about it, but I was meaning to hit them up. One of those refrigeration companies. But I'll tell you guys
about Jordan and all of those different ones. Remember we talked about Majali and all of that?
Yeah, oh dude, Majali required they wanted like $5 million worth of car insurance. I don't know what in the hell. I'm just gonna have to send them over my information. I'm just gonna send them over my regular stuff and let them tell me no, you need this.
Well, here's what you do. You send them over your stuff and you just wait.
Yeah.
Because when their need is great enough, they're going to call you and they're going to make an acceptance anyway. And then that's all you need. That's all you need. So what they're trying to do is they're trying to weed out the inexperienced technicians. But that's what you're going to get if you're Majali. If you are using like a Natosa, a Majali, any of these lower tier, and I know you guys don't like when I say that, but all of these Everest and Turbo Everest and Arctic Air and Natosa, all of those are lower tier. They're not Charleston, they're not True, they're not Delfield. Those are lower tier refrigeration brands. And you're not going to get a Charleston type technician on an Natosa. I mean, you got NorCal Dave in California that does it, but you know, the typical guy that works on a Charleston is gonna, I mean, a Natosa is gonna be like you. You've been out there like less than a year, and you're happy with it.
Oh yeah.
See, you're happy with it.
I
But
work,
if you like
I
it,
work
I
on them
love
all though.
it. If you like it, I love it. But
I started off on Trues and whatever it is, you know what I mean. I work in the, I work in the hotels and all kind of stuff. So,
right, but because of the price point, a Tosa is out there, and they're gonna call for service. But I mean, because of the price point you got, I mean, it's not the verge where they're like, oh, maybe I fix it, maybe I won't, you know. But you don't run into that as much with True. You definitely don't run into that with Charleston. You don't run into that with Beverage Air, with Continental. That is a lesser occurrence than what you see with an Atosa. An Atosa, that's always like, oh, if I charge them this much, the customer's probably going to go and get a new fridge. So that's what we run into. But yeah, it's 3 hours, and I said I was gonna get off an hour and 20 minutes ago. So I'll catch y'all on the next one, and I'll probably have stuff set up a little better. Catch y'all later.
Later, dude.
All right, man. Okay, bye.
In case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Yeah.
I haven't got time for this Mickey Mouse bullshit.
Be relentless. That's it. I'm done.
Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this and that endeavor. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high on hopes. Be high on hopes. Gentlemen, don't waste your time in the vain pursuit of this and that endeavor. To be high on hopes and illusions. To be high